What we are seeing today is not a sudden explosion of anger. It is the result of years of waiting, years of being crushed under a heavy weight, and years of hopelessness. For a long time, people watched the news with the same questions on their lips. Where? Who? How many? An uprising here, martyrs there, the peace talks were like a long, winding maze with no way out. The so-called peace process was a failure from the start. The truth has now become clear to everyone. When the other side talks about peace, they do not mean what we think. There are no doves and hawks among them. That is a lie. They are all the same. They compete with each other in extremism. One may argue about the method, another about the timing, but the goal is the same. The core truth is simple. The Jewish belief system and the Jewish nature have not changed since ancient times. It is a permanent thing. The core beliefs of the opponents. Now, many people in the West, especially in America, have a different concern. They are not watching the news for politics. They are watching the news to see how it fits their prophecies. This is a huge market. Some of them are waiting for the coming of Christ, some are waiting for the Antichrist, and some are waiting for the final great battle. They believe that the establishment of the State of Israel is the most important sign. They believe it is the starting point for the end of the world. Because of this, they support this state completely. They believe that anyone who blesses Israel is blessed, and anyone who curses it is cursed. They see the Palestinian people as nothing but an obstacle to be removed. This is the most dangerous movement in the world today. They are not monks living away from the world. They are in the government. They are in the media. They control powerful positions. Their entire political and social theory depends on these prophecies, the nature of the enemy. But let us be clear, we do not accuse them based on our own words. Let us look at what their own holy book says about them. If you read the description of their rulers, the nature of their people, and the characteristics of their society, you will find that nothing has changed. What was true in the time of Moses is true today. Their own book records their rebellion and their stiff necks. It records that they are a sinful nation, a people loaded with wrongdoing. It says they are a brood of evildoers. They have forsaken their Lord, the whole head is sick, and the whole heart is weak. It says their princes are rebels and friends of thieves. Everyone loves bribes. They call evil good, and good evil. They put darkness for light. They justify the wicked for a bribe. Their feet run to evil, and they rush to shed innocent blood. The way of peace they have not known. This is not a secret. It is written clearly. The people of the book are commanded to know this. Their own prophets, like Isaiah and Jeremiah, said the same thing again and again. The house of Israel is impudent and hard-hearted. They are a rebellious house. The prophecy of the great statue. Now, the most important prophecy is the one given to the prophet Daniel long ago. He saw a great statue in a dream. The head of the statue was made of pure gold. Its chest and arms were made of silver. Its belly and thighs were made of bronze. Its legs were made of iron. And its feet were made of a mixture of iron and clay. Then, a stone was cut out of a mountain, but not by human hands. This stone struck the statue on its feet of iron and clay and smashed them to pieces. The whole statue then crumbled and became like dust, carried away by the wind. And the stone that struck the statue grew into a huge mountain that filled the whole earth. The meaning was explained clearly. The head of gold was the kingdom of Babylon. The chest of silver was the kingdom of the Persians. The thighs of bronze was the kingdom of the Greeks. And the legs of iron was the Roman Empire. The feet of iron and clay were the divided remnants of that empire. And the stone? The stone is the fifth kingdom. It is the kingdom of God. It is a kingdom that will never be destroyed. It will crush all the other kingdoms and stand forever. For centuries, all the followers of the Bible agreed on this meaning. They knew the Roman Empire was the fourth kingdom. and they waited patiently for the fifth kingdom to arrive. Then, the fifth kingdom did arrive. It rose up and crushed the pagan empires. It ruled with justice and peace. It spread across most of the known world. But at that moment, the people of the book disputed and disagreed. They did not want to admit that the fifth kingdom had come. They tried to hide the truth. Some of them invented a gap in the prophecy. They placed a gap of 2,000 years between the legs of the statue and its feet. This is a strange and unbelievable image. But they did it for only one reason: to avoid admitting that the eternal kingdom of God is the kingdom of Islam, the abomination of desolation. This leads us to the most important term, the abomination of desolation. This term appears in the book of Daniel. It describes something terrible that will be set up in the holy place. What is it? The commentators have debated it for centuries, but the clearest meaning is this: the abomination of desolation is the state of Israel itself. It is an unclean state. It is a corrupting state. It is a state built on violence and bloodshed. Its flag, its government, its very presence in the holy city of Jerusalem is the ultimate abomination. It cancels the daily prayers at the Al-Aqsa Mosque. It defiles the sanctuary. The evidence for this is the timeline given by Daniel. In another vision, he spoke of a period of 2,300 days, which scholars agree means 2,300 years. The start of this period was the year Alexander the Great conquered Asia, which was approximately 333 years before Christ. If you add 2,300 years to 333 BC, you arrive at the year 1967. And what happened in 1967? The occupation of the rest of Jerusalem and the holy places. The abomination of desolation was fully established. The day of God. So, if the abomination has been set up, what happens next? The prophecies are clear. The return of the Jews to the Holy Land is not a sign of God's pleasure, it is a sign of His anger. They are being gathered together not for a reward, but for a punishment. The day of the Lord's wrath is coming. On that day, God will pour out His fury on this abomination. How will it happen? A great army will be summoned. The call will go out. Prepare for war. Wake up the mighty men. Beat your plowshares into swords. Let the weak say, I am strong. This army will come from the north. It will be a great nation raised from the farthest parts of the earth. They will be cruel and have no mercy. They will ride on horses and fight with courage. They will climb walls and enter houses like a flood. Nothing will escape them. The Zionist forces will collapse. Their strong ally, the great power of the sea, will also be punished. That great power, which is like a dragon or a beast, will fall at the same time. The helper and the helped will perish together. What will be the fate of the people of the abomination? 2/3 of them will be cut off and die. 1/3 will be scattered. They will be taken back to Egypt as slaves, but no one will even want to buy them because they are so corrupt. A very small remnant, a humble and meek people, will remain. They will stop doing wrong and will live in peace. The final timeline. And when will this happen? Daniel gave another number. He said that from the time the abomination is set up, there will be 1,335 days until the one who waits is blessed. This, again, means years. If the abomination was fully established in 1967, then the end of this period is calculated as 1967 plus 45 years. That brings us to the year 2012. This is what we hope will happen. We do not declare it as absolutely certain, because the future is known only to God. But the signs are there for those who have eyes to see. The battle is not about land or money, it is about truth and falsehood. It is about worshiping God alone, or setting up partners with Him. The victory will belong to the people of faith. And the day of wrath will be the end of the abomination of desolation.